Jai Siddhama, everyone. This is Sadhvi Siddhali Shri here with my spiritual teacher and guru, Acharya Shri Yogesh, for the 9th episode of Acharya Shri's podcast. Acharya Shri is a respected enlightened one who has helped thousands of souls progress on their spiritual path and totally transform. Welcome to all of our new listeners and thank you for tuning in. Matanva Nami Acharya Shri. Acharya Shri, in the last episode of your podcast, we were talking about what is the Jain system, what is Jainism, and you touched on the souls that are known as the Tirthankars. So you said that they were extraordinary beings and they were very revolutionary, but really, who are the Tirthankars? What is their purpose, and how can we benefit from their teachings today?
Tirthankara is a very special word. It is a Sanskrit word actually. Prakrit word is Tithayar. It's the same Tirthankar. Now they got popular as a Tirthankar. According to Sanskrit language, Tirtham karoti iti Tirthankara. The person who makes the Tirtha. Tirtha means can be a harbor, like makes an harbor to cross the ocean of suffering. It is symbolic. Also, there are 4 Tirthas. Now, the Jain system, the sadhu, sadhvi, monks, nuns, shravak, shravika. That is also a kind of tirtha because they all are bored into the ship. But ship needs to stay somewhere. Where to board? Harbor. So tirtha means harbor. The person who makes the harbor for the people who are suffering in this universe, and from that harbor, they board on the ship and they can cross the ocean of suffering. That's the Tirthankar, the word, the meaning of the word by itself. But Tirthankar word is a very special, exceptional, and extraordinary too. Tirthankar Gotra. Like if somebody is supposed to be a Tirthankara, they have to have abundance of punya. Mahapunya. Mahapunya means abundance of punya, virtues. They have collected a lot of virtues in their previous lives. Then makes them a special, exceptional person on this universe. Tirthankar, when they are born, they are already have avadhijanana. Manapriya jnana is still lacking. Only they have a matijanan, shrutijanan, and they are born with the avadhijanan. Avadhijanan means limited, like 1,000 miles, 10,000 miles. They can see without a blockage. Walls, they don't block them. So they can see through as I am looking at you, same way. So, but as soon as most of Tirthankaras, they don't get involved in the household affairs. Like they don't get married, most of it. Or they don't have a children. But it is not the rule though. Many people, they are thinking it is the rule, all Tirthankaras are fully, the way they are born, they remain same way like a child. But they are wrong. Even the present Tirthankara, what close to us on this earth, 24, happen. The first Tirthankara, obviously, he was married. Chakravarti, Shantinath, he was married. And they have a children. So it is not the rule that they cannot have children or married or householder life. No, it is not. But they are exceptional many certain way. Their body is a very special body. Their body is like all the best particle from the whole universe, they are collected and into one body. That's why makes them a very special person. Because person, I am using person because they still have a body. It is the last body. But it's a very special body. It is like the best particle. And when it is the best particle, can you believe the mother, how far she is gone, or how high she is lifted, the best karma. That body can bear those extraordinary person. She must have also abundance of punya or virtues. She has collected lot of good karma. So the Tirthankara, when they come, is peace around the world, automatically. Sometimes people use they are superhuman. Superhuman is not like in that sense they are special, no. When I use superhuman or extraordinary person for them, mean they are live God, kind of, in the body. Because Tirthankara, they have same knowing like God knows. And their body is totally different. Their body has a 34 Atisha. 34 Atisha means is a wonder things around them happening all the time, which common human lack it. It's a special. So, and they speak kind of 35 kind of languages which everybody understand. Even animals understand them. So it is like, it is hard to find that kind of person on the earth. But they are born as a human. They are born and they live as a human. They go to school maybe as a human babies. But when they renounce the world, as soon as they renounce, and mostly if they are so much virtue they collected, supposingly they will be born into the special family, which is no lacking of wealth, prosperity, no disease, no sickness around there. So it is kind of that family they choose. And it's a special body. It cannot be broken by any weapons or by even our bullets these days. It cannot. If it will touch the bullet to Tirthankara's body, it will just slip it. It doesn't go inside. Their body is so strong. In Jain system, they call it Vajra Rishab Naraj Sangahan. The structure of the body is so strong. Their body is like a Vajra. Vajra is like it cannot be broken. There is a diamond, it's called Vajra diamond. If Vajra diamond you put on the very thick piece of the steel and a sledgehammer, you try to break that Vajra diamond. Instead of breaking, it will go into the steel. Their body is like that. And their body cannot be broken. That's why the purpose of the Tirthankara, you are asking, what is the purpose? Their purpose is no purpose. Their purpose, only if we can just imagine, their purpose can be they are helping the people that they already have crossed the ocean of suffering. Now, other people can cross too. That's what their purpose is. Otherwise, they know teaching doesn't really help. It is our illusion, oh, this teacher, this master coming, this teaching is going to help. No. If your karmas, if people's karmas are not ready to learn, to absorb, even the God in front of you cannot straighten it out. But when Tirthankaras, because the body is a special, best particle of the whole universe, is collected in little body, the best particle. That's why it creates miracle around, and it is lot of best thing happening around them, where the country they born become peaceful for long period of time. So less crime, because their energy is so, even 1,000 years passes, they still energy getting affected. The people get affected by their energy. So Tirthankara is in Jain system, because I am calling it Jain system. They don't teach a religion, right? So it is like in Jain system, they call it a live God. Because the real God we cannot communicate. Real God is shapeless. No communication. You can realize only God. But Tirthankara, you can contact, you can connect with them. But you have to be in special meditative states. You can still connect with the Tirthankara. And I mentioned maybe in my episode that there are only luckiest planet they can bear that kind of energy. In the whole universe, which has millions of galaxies, only 170 planets are luckiest planet. They can bear those kind of energy. Very powerful, very high energy. Maybe planet will just blow away. But they are luckiest. One of our Earth is the luckiest one. But there are 169 more in the whole universe. Now, 20 planets always have Tirthankara. So minimum 20 Tirthankaras are always available. They don't go lower than 20. So we still have a chance to communicate with them, but even though they are not in our planet. But you have to be in that mode. We call them Viharman. And according to Jain system, one of the oldest one known is Simandhar Swami. Simandhar Swami is out one of the 20 right now, and is quite popular. He is in Mahavidya. Mahavidya is one of the planet in the universe. He is maybe the other galaxy, maybe not even this galaxy. So we cannot reach even this one galaxy. It's hard to do it. So Tirthankara for me is a very special, exceptional body in this universe. Is a live God.
Acharya Sri, you also say that that the Arihanta, an enlightened master, is a living God because they've achieved that state. But not all enlightened masters are Tirthankars, but all Tirthankars are enlightened masters?
Yes. Tirthankaras and Arihantas, there is no difference except the body. Tirthankara's body, not comparable. You cannot compare Tirthankara's body. That's what I mentioned. All the best particle in one little body. From the whole universe I'm talking. But Arihanta, normal people can be Arihanta. Is not necessary. That is the best particle from the universe. But their knowing, their bliss is the same, except the exceptional, the body only. That's why all the enlightened masters, if they are walking around 100, suppose, they never going to bow down to each other. Why? Because it is the same thing. He knows the same, other enlightened master knows the same. They might laugh, they might smile to each other, but there is no system, they will bow down. But as soon as they see Tirthankara, they will bow down. Because they know it is a special, exceptional, extraordinary. It is like a body of extraordinary energy. They cannot bear not to bow down to them. Is basically knowing bliss is the same. They are live God to Arihanta. But how many Arihanta available now? No. On our earth even. It's very difficult to find it. People can say, hey, I am a master, I am a Sadguru, I am enlightened. But when you go to visit them, to see them, you find something else. People used to say, hey, Judy Krishnamurti is a master. Right? But if you read Judy Krishnamurti's books, you can find out he combined all of his teachings. He mingled all this teaching of psychology into intellectual way. And I can guarantee there are more psychologists these days. They can explain better than Judy Krishnamurti. So this is not that if somebody is a good orator, if somebody is a good, can express very well, doesn't mean he's the enlightened person or master. They can be master in different way. Maybe they know some holy books. It doesn't mean he's a master. Maybe he's a scholar. So the Arihanta and Tirthankara on that level, they are same. But still, Tirthankara is extraordinary, exceptional.
Acharya Sri, for the Tirthankars, is there any discrimination for it's only males throughout the universe?
Oh, wow. This is the best ever question to ask to me, someone. No, there is no discrimination. Anybody can be Tirthankara. It's not that only male can be Tirthankara, male body. No, it can be female too. On this earth, out of 24 Tirthankaras, one was the female. And Shvetambaras, according to that is the most followers of Jain system, Shvetambar, Murti Pujak, Sthanakvasi, Terapanthi, and they have the biggest following and they are the biggest actually. They are spreading the message of Tirthankaras everywhere. Digambar, they cannot do it because they are naked monk. So, what happened, according to Shvetambar sect, all three Shvetambars, they think Malli Nath was a Malli Bai. And they clearly say in their scripture, she was a female, she was born female, and she became a Tirthankar. So Tirthankara, even on our planet, recently in this Chaubisi, means 24 Tirthankar happened here, one was female. But it depends on other planet, maybe more female. But there is no way that female cannot be a Tirthankar. The people who are holding this idea, they don't respect female. I don't like them, no matter who are they. We are all equal. Our body is made on the same way. Male and female combination. Our body is also made by the male and the female. Our body is a combination of male and female. So it is not a big difference. Little difference, few organs different than the male, Female have a different organs. So it doesn't make them like lower than the male. No, they are same. That's why if Tirthankar, somebody can become, female can become too. And I support that idea fully. I am not agree with Digambar sect. Not because of I was initiated in Shwetambar sect. I am not Shwetambar either. But I am totally disagree with that. It means they don't want to believe in equality. It seems like they are Adam Baba's era. Means they are very backward, kind of. And backward doesn't make them an open-minded person. It is time. Accept it. Hey, it was a Malli Bai. And sometime I go to Jain temple. It's written outside that we believe in truth. Right? We believe in truth. And what is inside? They make it Mallinath, a male. Now where do you believe in truth? Truth is she was a female, accept it. And it is the message that even Tirthankara, they believe in equality. They don't discriminate anybody.
Acharya Sri, in previous YouTube videos, you would talk about, not worshiping statues and going to temples and these sorts of things. However, if you create a Tirthankar Mandir and there are statues of them, symbolizing them and their teachings, so are you supporting then temples of Tirthankars? Are you against those kind of statues? What's your position? Because I know it can be a sensitive subject for many because people are tired of religion and that's why they're turning to spirituality. So if they walk into a place and, they see statues, they might get turned off and not understand. So some clarity there would be great.
Actually, it is symbolic. Statues, when they start making statues of Tirthankaras, there was a purpose behind because there was no writing system. So their followers, Tirthankara's students, they thought how we can keep live for thousands of years their teachings. So they put the symbolic, like suppose first Tirthankara on our planet, his name was Adinath, or Rishabdev, Adishwar, there are a few names. So the symbol on the statue is a Nandi, bull. Rishabha means bull. So that was his main teachings, because those days bull is considered is a very innocent animal. And that was the main source of produce all these products from the farming. And then they used to carry the weight. Even bull is still today, if when bull is thirsty, he will still carry the weight to the destination. But all the other animals, they will not. You try horse get thirsty, he will not step further. No. Bull will carry it. He will rather die, but he will not put you on halfway. He will try to carry everywhere, wherever it is in his strength. So that is his symbol. His main teaching was be like a bull, innocent, simple, and you don't have to get weak. If even you are not eating, there is no food around, there is no water around, it doesn't mean that you leave your spiritual path. No. Be strong. And till your breath is moving around, it means you have a strength and you can do it. His main teaching was be simple, innocent like a child. And when somebody is innocent like a child, has chances to realize the God, to be enlightened. That's what all the Tirthankaras, if you see their statues, they seems like female kind of, not male even. Why? Because the more you filled up the knowledge, you become a pregnant. And Tirthankaras are pregnant with the infinite knowing. That's what, if you see their face, they don't look like even male. They look like even female. Because female is a symbolic that when female gets pregnant, so she's carrying some new soul. So the carrying, can you believe that Tirthankar carrying the whole universe in their body? It will not look like a man at all. It become more emotions or whatever, even look becomes like a female. So I strongly tell people that it is all symbolic. When they started making statue, all Tirthankaras, they have a different symbol. That is their main teachings. And they made statue. Then it happened that they made a special place for them, statues, and they paying respect to them. Actually, when they pay respect to Tirthankaras, they are paying respect to their teachings. That was the idea.
So they're not worshiping the Tirthankars.
Not statue.
It's
They
more
are
like
worshipping their
teaching.
knowing. That's what it is. Like when you go sit into the temple of Tirthankaras, so you have that kind of feeling, hey, I want to go deep like him or her. So I can be enlightened, I can be really pregnant. So pregnant with the whole universe knowing. That's what it is. All Tirthankaras are pregnant, no matter they are male or female. Okay.
Thank you, Acharya Srimad Tenvendami. And I think the Tirthankar subject is very vast. So I'm hoping in our next episode, you'll be able to continue this conversation further and perhaps maybe share your experience studying under a Tirthankar in one of your past lives. So this is one of those stories that you share with, your disciples in person, but not so much those all around the world. And thank you all again for tuning into Acharya Sri's podcast today. Please be sure to subscribe to his podcast on iTunes and YouTube, as well as follow Acharya Sri on social media via Facebook and Instagram. This way, you continue to receive the guidance for your spiritual journey.
Jai Siddhartha.
Jai Siddhartha.